as of 3 days ago, I believe it would have been the great Steve Irwin's 60th birthday. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Absolutely.
So what does he mean to you? What does Steve Irwin mean to Tarzann?
He means everything to all of us, you know, especially people in my field of work. He gave us, he took a cartoon, which was like a Tarzan or a Mowgli or a Jungle Book, and he made it in real life, you know, and it was like, wow. I used to watch old school black and white Tarzan movies from like the 20s, 30s, or whatever, and they put them out, 60s, I can't remember, but you know, and seeing Jungle Book, and like, wow, it's a cartoon, it's dope, you know, I want to be like that. But then seeing someone like Steve Irwin, like, oh shit, like, you're not acting.
And ladies, you know who Steve Irwin is, right?
I can't put a face.
David, come on.
Hold on.
On top
I
of
can
this.
tell you.
I'm pretty sure I know him. I just cannot put his name and the face together, right? So
Crikey, my is his crocodile.
Yeah,
he's
Crocodile
Hunter.
Dundee.
Can you do your best Steve Irwin?
Oh,
Would you?
Bro, like.
Oh yes, I totally know him.
Steve
of
Irwin.
course.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go, Mike. Go.
I can go all day, man.
Oh, crikey. Yeah.
That was Australian. I definitely know.
But yeah, he's the GOAT, man.
Maybe a video, David, or something. Yeah, so he is the GOAT. So, again, what does he mean to you? What has he done to
I mean, he's
your
my
impact?
biggest inspiration, man. You know, he inspires all these kids, including myself, to love animals. You know, if anybody loved a dog or a cat or a bird or a snake like myself, and you've seen this guy, you want to be just like him and nothing else. Nothing else mattered. You know, you don't want to be an NBA player or a movie star. You want to be Steve Irwin. You want to, if I could have shook his hand, I'd have cut my arm off and framed it. That's how much Steve Irwin means to a person like myself, you know. But you can ask someone that would go their whole life dribbling a basketball and then finally, you know, look at this.
He's your Michael Jordan. He's your Muhammad Ali.
Exactly,
That's probably the best way to put it.
Exactly.
Let's watch this clip of the great Steve Irwin.
Game over.
Game over.
And a big salty can easily hide in shallow, murky water. An offal in and around the water, and that creates a free feed for the crocodile. These bullet shells are a result of the fishermen getting scared. They see a croc, they think it's stalking them, boom! They take a pot shot at it. I'm here to help humans, but also protect the crocodile.
Like the GOAT.
What's his background? Like, how did he develop into this in the TV world? Like,
Same thing in his family. I think his mom and his dad were heavily in animal conservation, animal rescuing in Australia, and he just became a part of it, just being born into these. I think his father had a zoo as well too, and his mom also had some type of sanctuary or rescue she was a part of, and of course they made Steve Irwin, and then he grew up in the same. Australia's also built different. There's just animals everywhere.
You gotta
know?
get with the program
So
if you live in Australia.
If you're automatically Australian, you're already about that life.
You have to be.
But being with a mom and dad both in that same, you know, field of work and lifestyle, and then having a kid like Steve, you just bred the GOAT. You know? So
I remember watching Steve Irwin as a teenager, and it's basically Jackass, but not for idiots. Like for people that want to do stuff for the environment and animals and learn it. But the stuff that he was doing was beyond intense, and he's basically influenced. You know, he was the original influencer. We talked about how Mike's social influence now, but he was the original influencer before social media. Who comes to mind that he has influenced? Obviously you, but who else is out there that's like, okay, it's me, it's
his kids, man.
Okay, his kids.
His kids have picked up the torch from where he left off and carried it amazingly. Wow. I mean, like, it's just
He's got a son and a daughter? What does he have?
His son's a spitting image of him, man. I watch his son on Instagram, on TV. I'm like, dude, I'm rewatching the goat. Like, the goat had a baby goat, and the baby goat's growing up.
Can we see a picture of him, David?
Oh, it's amazing. It's a beautiful thing to watch Robert Irwin, you know, pick up the torch from his father.
Have you met the family?
I would love to one day.
I'm sure, like that's something that I'm sure they'd love to meet you for someone that talks that highly about.
I would cry if I met them. You know, it's like you can't. I don't even want to go there.
Really?
You know,
no, it means that much to you.
Yeah, exactly, man.
So his kids have picked up where the legacy has left off.
For sure.
Anybody else out there that comes to mind that you work with, or some major influencers out there?
There's tons of people out there, man.
Who comes to mind for you?
Dr. Evan, Dr. Evan Antle. I think he's on Animal Planet as well. does great work, you know, for animals.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Damien Aspinall, the Aspinall Foundation. They work with gorillas. You know, they rewild gorillas. Steve Irwin went to go visit them, you know, some years back, made a video there and stuff. But just, you know, these people.
Are you connected to a nonprofit, or you have your own?
Yeah, I have my own. I'm connected to a bunch of them. You know, we love to help and do anything we can for
What's the
animals.
name of your nonprofit? Let's put it in the link below so we can make sure that it gets its
It's
notoriety.
Wildlife Foundation Corporation. So it's basically just regular wildlife, but it's spelled WYLD.